you guys are here. So thank you for coming in, and happy International Women's Day. And now, of course, I mean, I know you people now, but if you want to just introduce yourself a little bit, Virginia, you want to just a little bit tell us about yourself?
So my name is Virginia, as I've been introduced. I currently live in the UAE, but I'm from Zambia. I currently support climate. Yes.
I don't believe it. Do you know my dearest friend, Bishop Ioannis?
Bishop Ioannis?
Ioannis
No.
Taftaridis. Yes, he is the bishop of Orthodox Church in Zambia.
Oh,
He's
okay.
my very closest friend. Yes.
Oh, awesome.
So let's bring together. I will bring you in contact.
Okay.
He's a great person. Yes, and he loves women. He just made a very beautiful study on our national poet, who is Dionysios Solomos, and his main one of his main poems is the Woman of Zakynthos.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yes, and this friend bishop, the bishop I was telling you about, Yannis, he made this.
Oh, lovely.
Beautiful master, yes.
So Virginia was telling us.
So small is the world. So small is the world. I don't believe it. Yes. I'm very glad I met you.
Yes, but Virginia is going to tell us what she's doing. She's doing some very interesting work, and she's working with an NGO. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm a board chair for climate change NGO. So we work with the local communities in terms of sensitizing them on climate change and the different initiatives that they should do. So for example, at the moment, there's drought in Zambia. And so we are going around the community to educate them on the type of crops that they should grow. And we also had cholera quite recently. So we were sensitizing the communities on cleaning their environment and things like that.
But only the little bit of a protocol thing is if someone comes in, it's a living room situation. So we have to first say hi to them. So hi, Elena.
Elena, you are muted. This is my trick, not yours.
Yes. Nice to meet you all. Hello from Athens, Greece.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So we were just, Elena, we were doing a little round of introductions. Virginia just introduced herself. She's from Zambia and she's working with an NGO, doing some good, interesting work in relation to climate change. So yeah. So Shireen, what about you?
And hi, everybody. I am from Turkey. I live in Kayseri. Maybe you can heard about Cappadocia. I'm near the Cappadocia, 40 minutes only. If you want to come Cappadocia, first Kayseri airport, you come, then you can go. And I'm lawyer, near 15 years, and 80 years nearly I'm doing mediation. And this beautiful day, I'm very happy being with you. Thank you for invitation. That's all.
Thank you, Shireen. And of course, we have to say, living room situation. Meltem is here. Hi, Meltem.
Hi, Meltem.
Hi, everyone. Happy Women's Day. So nice to see beautiful, bright faces tonight, this morning. It's morning here. I think, Vikram, it's quite late for you.
It's 8:30 right now, so it's going to get late as by the time, because these events go on so long. By the time they finish, I'm like quite. I don't get sleepy. It's very interesting.
Thank you for bringing us together.
But it all started because of Meltem, because we were having a meeting, and I said, Meltem, we have to launch the Canada Mediation Circle. She said, look, Canada is not my focus. My focus is the world. I want to do something in relation to women. So then I said this gender equality thing has to be launched, because one of the goals of the UN is Sustainable Development Goals. So all those goals, we have to launch circles. So I said, let's do this. So it was done on a last minute basis. So I mean, whatever invitations I could send out, I sent them out. But thank you, Meltem, for at least suggesting this, so that it happened on 8th of March. But we are doing a little round of introductions.
But that's what Meltem is. Meltem is the cool, fresh air that comes from north in summer in the Aegean Sea, which connects Turkey and Greece. That's what you are. You brought this. It's very cool what you thought.
Great. So, but I think
Thank
first,
you, Mandy.
Effie, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, sure. So I was born here on the island where Mandy was born and grew up, and I've lived around the world. Right now, I'm living in Switzerland, in Zurich, for the past 10 years. And my focus is in innovation in financial services, in fintech. So a lot of that has to do with financial inclusion, especially in emerging markets, looking at how these advanced technologies from mobile to blockchain to Internet of Things and so on AI can empower individuals and small businesses. So that's my focus area, if you like. And as we all know, despite the advances in technology, at the end of the day, it's all about the people and how to apply them in local and regional areas from people that understand the problems of the people and not from others that think that they can solve a problem because the technology works. So time and again, we've seen a lot of wonderful innovations coming out of emerging markets. I've spent a big part of my career on Wall Street in emerging markets in Latin America at the time, and now because I'm in Europe, I look a lot into Africa and Southeast Asia. So yeah, happy International Women's Day, and as the hashtag says, invest in women.
But you are, I mean, this is just the introduction round. After that, everyone's going to tell me how they look at mediation and mediators in relation to women and where all media in terms of gender equality, what all has to happen. So, but you have to say hi to Melanie. Melanie's here. Hi, Melanie. You can hear us? Melanie's just connecting. Yes, Mandy, what about you? Now you have to tell us about yourself.
I would like to complete Effie's presentation for herself. She is one of the 100 Forbes women. Yeah. So she is a person in our company who is an influencer as a woman in
Fintech.
Yes, but it's in a man's world, and especially all these things and economics and I don't know and technology.
I mean, if both finance and technology are men's words, there's no doubt about it. And today that we're celebrating, it's all about revisiting these issues that are very, very, very slowly moving ahead. And every time there's a macroeconomic problem like COVID, like inflation, and so on, it's us women that pay the bigger price. And it's no coincidence because that's the way the society is built. We have wrong economic, financial incentives. So yeah, we have to do a lot in this area. Yeah.
Well, lots. In general, yeah, fintech in general, lots of work has to happen around the world. But yes, women also. Yes, Mandy.
Melanie is here. Melanie is here.
Yeah, I was saying hi to her. Now she can hear us. Hi, Melanie.
Unmute. Melanie.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Melanie, how are you?
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Vikram. We spoke briefly before.
I was just going to say, it's been a long time.
Yeah, what, 40 minutes? He had to troubleshoot with me because of some connections. I ended up swapping over to the iPad versus the iPhone. So is this better, Vikram?
Yeah, perfect. It's perfect.
Much better.
Yeah,
okay, could you reintroduce your friend, the new one? I know Mandy. Who's the other one?
Okay, let's start from where? Virginia's there. Shireen is here. Elena is here. Meltem is here. Huma is here. Jasmine is there. You haven't met all of them. I don't think you met any
Okay.
of you. Yeah. So what we are going to do with everyone's doing a little introduction, and then we'll ask them to reintroduce themselves as more people come in, and then they will reintroduce themselves. So we'll keep doing introductions. That's what we're going to do
Oh,
today.
no problem. Got it.
So anyway, but we have to say hi to Huma and Jasmine also. Hi, Huma.
Uh,
Hello,
Uma.
Vikram. How are you?
Good. We'll ask you to
Oh, hi,
introduce yourselves.
Uma.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
Jasmine and Huma, we'll ask you to introduce yourselves also, but just doing a little round in the way people came in. So, yes, Mandy, you have to tell us about yourself. Of course, people have heard you enough times telling us about yourself, but once more.
Yes, but every time, if you remember, I say something different for myself.
That's the idea.
And
That's the idea.
Yes, and I realize I'm everything. Sometimes I realize I'm everything. Sometimes
Yes, you are.
I feel
You're enough.
Come on. I mean, I can't be. We are. Everybody is everything. He has a small part or a cell in himself who is everything. So it is. Today I'm a woman, and today I feel I have to say that this female side of mine is one of the most important, and the sisters I have in the sisters I have in Earth and in mediation, but in my friends and our family and the sisters I have are the most important part of in my mindset and psychology and all this evolution I have. And I believe this is something female and very powerful and helpful for everybody, not only for women, because we have these abilities and skills and mindset of the female qualities like justice, mediation, first of all, hope, love, the sea, the hug, the mother, the hope. I said the hope, the faith. I mean, all these qualities that we share, men and women, and that's why I believe today it's we men day. I mean, it's if you see it, we are all one. It's a part of the oneness, the female side. And yes, I believe that it is very important sometimes to admit that there are some female qualities. It's not a shame for a man to have female qualities. We also have some male qualities, and altogether it's the full and the complete self that we can manage to be. So I'm very happy as I grow up to be a woman and to be connected with men.
No, I think another important role that you play, because Meltem told me the last event that all the nice things that you were saying about what I do and about the World Mediation Circle and everything. So she thought that you are a paid ambassador for the World Mediation Circle.
I am, and I'm very happy that I feel like that's why I am. And I find, Vikram knows very well, there is nothing I can see, think, feel, taste, look, and I don't see mediation in it. And this Pacific Ocean, which is Vikram for all this and all this global thing that connects everybody. And I love sea. So, and I think it's the beautiful way to connect, the soft and beautiful way to connect. Yes, I would love to contribute in this.
Yeah. But one thing that you said about the female aspect of the male, which I've shown you earlier also, we have this god which is half, I mean, one aspect of representing the half man, half woman aspect of it. So it's understood in our culture also that yes, a man has that part also, which I mean, reading more deeper into this we'll do later, but the fact is that this part needs to also be emphasized. that aspect. But let's ask Elena to tell us about herself. I'm going by the order that I see the videos, and the order is the one that people came into the meeting. So yeah, yes, Elena.
Hello. So what I am. I was thinking to say what I am. I am a woman. Okay. I am a mother of 3, and in this incarnation, I am a painter, and I try to help people to overpass their limits in a way. So the last 1 year, no, 2 years almost, I travel. I am not
You are a
staying to
moving
one place.
soul. You are a
I
moving
am a
soul.
moving soul, yes, and I do a project with my art, and this is what I was always wanted to do as a kid. So I think that mediation is something that we do naturally. And I think that we need this no violence attitude towards things, because everything that is has oppositions provokes violence. So we I like that I say we. It was natural also. We all people or all mediators can make this earth a better place, a non-violent place, so that we can grow up beautifully, women and men together.
Absolutely. But okay, the protocol, of course, is that anyone who comes in, we have to say hi to them. So Dorothea, hi Dorothea. We're doing introductions right now. So this is just a hi for you right now, but we'll come to you when you're going to tell us about yourself. Anyone needs to leave earlier, we can always get them in first. So Dorothea, you don't have to leave earlier, do you?
Hi, everyone. Greetings, especially to those of us who are today celebrating our day, Women's Day, International Day. I am from Brazil. I am Dorothea Azevedo. I work as a judge here in Brazil for labor and employment causes. And I am very happy to be here with you today, although I cannot stay longer. I just came here to greet you all because now here in Brazil it's work time, and I am in my pause for lunch, but I have lunch now with some friends, so I have to excuse myself and say just that I can just stay for 5 or 10 more minutes. But I want to tell you all women that we are still fighting for our gender equality, and this fight cannot be stopped, and this fight has to continue because we were denied many rights, historically speaking, and now we have to go on this fight, especially for those who came before us and who started all this fight for us. And if we are here today, if I am here today in this position of being a judge, if I am here today talking to you about this fight that is ours, all societies, it's because some women came before me and they started all this struggle, okay, that we are here today still struggling, but in a better position than they were when they started. So our ancestors also have to be remembered today in this circle, okay? And about mediation, I am suspicious to talk about mediation because I am a great mediation fan and a great mediation. Is part of my job, it's part of my work here. I not only work with decisions, but also with mediation. And I think it's very important that we still proceed in mediation, okay? Thank you very much. Vikram,
And thank you for coming in. Later, we are going to discuss how mediation and mediators, what role they have to play in relation to gender equality. We're going to do that afterwards, but just a little introduction right
okay.
now.
You
May
can
I
tell me
ask?
about
May I
it.
ask?
Yes,
Vikram, can I?
Dear Dorothea, do you know what the meaning of your name is?
Oh my God.
I know it's
Yes,
a
you
Greek
know?
name.
Yes.
It's a Greek name that means God's gift,
Yes, God's
a gift from God.
You are.
Yes.
But,
Thank you.
but
My
Dorothea,
father gave
yeah.
me this name.
But Shireen also has something to say to you. Yes, Shireen.
Dear Vikram and dear my sisters, I have a great exam tomorrow, and I come to say and meet you. I would like to share my purple roses with you, and I'm very sorry, but I have to leave. See you next time.
Okay.
I love you. Happy our Women Day. Thank you this invitation. See you later.
Bye. All the best for your exam. Everyone,
Thank
please unmute
All
yourself.
your best
Say
for your
everyone wants to say all the
exam.
best to you in their own languages.
All the best. All the
All
best.
the best.
Bravo. Do this well.
All the best.
See you
Me
later.
too. I have to leave because I have to catch a flight. It was really great meeting the ones that I already met through the introduction. And thank you, Vikram and Mandy.
You'll keep in touch because you belong to the Female Equality Circle.
Yes.
100%. Thank you.
Thank you, Effie, for coming in. And I'm sure you'll be involved in other activities of the World Mediation Circle. So thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Applause.
Bye.
I am sorry, but I have also to leave because I have an art class now.
Okay.
So I wanted to see you and meet you all and keep the energy. And
Could we ask
thank
a
you.
favor? Could we ask a favor from your class to give the idea of this beautiful idea Vikram gave, pass the idea Vikram gave with this male-female figure form to anything, to bring us to have it as a picture for as a present for our new circle.
I would love that. I would love that. Please do that.
I didn't understand what you...
She wants to this aspect of the male female part of, I mean, this is, I mean, one is a gender as we know it, and the elements that there are there. So she wants you to paint something in relation to half male, half female, kind of something like that. Yes. Mandy?
Okay. I will tell them.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
It would
Thank
be
you so
lovely.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
also going to be leaving. It's almost not 7:30. My family is banging on my door to make dinner.
Thank you for coming, Virginia, and we'll launch the Zambia Mediation Circle. We've already put the date for that.
Yes. Awesome. Nice meeting you, ladies. Thank you.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Hi, Linda. Linda, we'll get you in a minute. Everyone was just introducing themselves, but hi right now, and we'll get you in. Melton was going to tell us about herself. Yes, Melton.
Thank you, Vikram. It's so lovely. And it's also the energy is so woman energy here, right? Like we are all running around. We have so many other responsibilities, our jobs, our families. So it's totally reflects on that. So I'm loving this. I live in Canada, but originally I grew up in Turkey. I was born and raised in Turkey. Went to Germany as an exchange student, came to Canada, and since '98 I have been living in Canada. I truly want to call myself a global citizen because I feel
a global what?
Global
citizen.
Citizen. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No problem. I truly feel that the borders are there for whatever reason, and I love the fact that each country, each section of the world, we have our own cultural differences, the diversity, and diversity we bring the colors of a beautiful picture, as we are talking about the pictures. But in true essence, I see the unity in all of us, the humanity and the unity. And I truly believe through mediation and through more women being at the decision-making tables, I think I truly believe in my heart that there will be more peace in this beautiful earth that we live on. So I hope that we can see more women in different roles, in different positions, that they feel much more confident, that they feel much more participating in decision making, and through that, I trust that we will have much more peace, much more unity on this planet. My background is management. I'm coming from an entrepreneurial background. And in recent years, I went into mediation myself and conflict resolution. So I combined my two professions. So I do provide training programs for organizations, nonprofits, educational institute to develop skill sets to get comfortable with conflict and to find peace internally and to bring peace externally as well. And with that, my future goal is to provide that to more women leaders, so they become much more comfortable taking that space that they deserve. Because I feel whoever I come in contact with, most of the time, us women, sometimes we don't know the difference between being nice and kind. We can be very kind and assertive, and we don't have to take the step back to accommodate all the time. Accommodation is wonderful, but I think there's so much space for us to be to voice our opinion and to be able to bring that wisdom that we hold internally.
Yes.
So that's where I am. I really would like to get to know everyone, and hopefully, as a global citizens here, I see so many faces from different parts of the world. We can unite and support the women in our spaces and be the voice for them as well. So thank you for being here. It's so
Bravo.
at last minute that we are here.
Thank you, Meltem. And Meltem's the only person who's ever said that concerned for me that why don't you monetize the things that you do? And we had a meeting, and then at the end of the meeting, she says, "Look, you think about it. First of all, do you want to monetize it?" Because I said I want all this for everyone to benefit from, and she said, "Then you better think about this. Then I can't help you."
No, this is my entrepreneurial part, Vikram. So
it's very good, Meltem. It's really nice. We will think about. We will do something.
Anytime that you want to talk about it, I'm here for you.
We'll definitely do that. But it's just that, like I said, we have to balance both things. We would need everyone to be part of it. I don't want to exclude anyone.
Absolutely.
But also, yes, certain monetization. We'll work something out. Let's see one day. But the role of women as mediators and in the mediation world is very important. That I've always been saying, because that aspect that a woman brings in, I think, is really important in the kind of mediation that I'm trying to promote. I mean, that whole humanistic approach, heart, soul, spirituality. So a lot of work there. Yes, Melanie. Melanie is, of course. Yes, Melanie, you want to talk about, if you want to talk about your surgery or anything of that also.
Surgery,
please
yes.
Yeah.
So my dear friends, is there any way, Vikram, we can have them show up on the screen all together, or do you know?
You have to swipe your screen.
So you'll swipe my screen so I can see. Then pardon me, can you remind me the name of the lady that just spoke?
Meltem.
Melcom.
Meltem.
Okay, Melton. All right, now I can see you all. So my name's Melanie from Zell. I am pretty much in the United States in Tennessee. I've really had many pleasures to spend time with Vikram, Mandy, and perhaps maybe if any of you have been in any other chats, I've probably seen you. But what I would love to share with you is he brought up this thing about surgery. I had lost my brain piece here. What was it, about 2 weeks ago, to a brain tumor. But we women, we must stick together and remember, whether you have a little or a lot going on in your life, our purposes are still so valued. Like for example, I'm a faith-based, and we'll talk about that symposium in a few days, but you'd be surprised. Your platform, no matter where you're at, whether it be the hospital or your home or a school, or maybe you want to go take a walk outside, someone is hungry, looking for a conversation. And our role is, as women, that's a gift that we have. My husband says, and I'll go ahead and let you get, he calls me nickname Reverend because I can find someone to talk to. But I think this begins our journey. Our Women's Day's here, but our journey is beyond our border doors. It's beyond our town. It's beyond our cars, beyond our telephones. It's deeper than our heart, in my mind. And that's why Vikram's become a part of my life, and Mandy a part, and now I include all of you. There's a role I believe we play that we don't give our credence to. Men dominate most every. Now, Vikram, this is not directed to you, but it is the truth in the state of the United States. Even as of just 30 years ago, Mandy and I were talking about it. In my very young lifetime, I didn't have the freedom to write or to vote or to do things that when you come of age, I didn't even have a social security number. They didn't issue them out. So you really were nothing until you became 18. And then when you were 18, there were still limits. So we have a lot of work to do. As you said, Melton, what you just said was really beautiful in the sense of what our roles could be and where they should be. And I look for hearing from Linda and Lala. So for now, all I have.
Melanie, I'll just interrupt you for a second because Linda has to leave in 1 minute.
Could you try again?
Linda wants to leave in 1 minute. Linda, you want to just...
I'll pause. Let's hear from someone else.
No, I'll get you in. I'm just saying she wants to leave in a minute, so I just...
Yes, let's hear from them. Yes.
I'm sorry, Melanie. I just wanted to say hello to everyone.
I don't feel slighted at all. You go, Linda. You do this.
Yeah, sorry, I have a previous meeting at 7:30. But I just wanted to drop by and say hello to everyone and see everyone. I'm a filmmaker, and I've been working with my husband, supporting my husband.
I feel like I'm no royalty now.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Just a minute. Zach, I'm just finishing up something here. Sorry about that. So I've been, following these fellows. Actually, we created an international foundation and bringing them all together. And I've just had such an amazing experience filming and getting to know each and every mediator in different countries, and just the tenacity and all that they're doing to continue to support this mission. Each one is so special. So I just want to commend everyone here for coming together and supporting each other. So much more powerful in numbers. And I hope to continue my film work and letting everyone know what an incredible job each one of you are doing. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for coming in, Linda.
Sorry, I have to leave.
And I hope Danny's all right. Is Danny all right?
Yes,
because I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from him for quite some time now.
Yeah, just having a hard time just seeing the whole situation of the world right now at this time. So yeah, difficult for everyone. But thank you so much, and Vikram, thank you for bringing everyone together. Much love to everyone. Happy Women's Day, International Women's Day. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Yes, Melanie, I'm sorry for interrupting you there.
Vikram.
Yes.
Could you ask her the next time you speak to her what movie she's actually filming? Because if she's in the US, I'd love to send her a little something to encourage her, and maybe it could be a little something from all of us just to encourage her as her role of what she's doing. So can you reach out to her for me and ask her that, and a location I might could send her a little something, and invite her, give her my personal information too as well. Would you like me to go ahead and meet back?
Yes,
or is there more that you want me to tell you?
No, you were saying something. I just had to, because Linda was there for quite some time, but I could not get her in because we were going around, but she had to leave in a minute. So that's why I just...
Would you like me to continue?
Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
Okay. So I was telling Vikram, this brain tumor I want you to know that it was a predominantly male medical team who diagnosed a brain tumor. And I went back and I revisited some of the reasons why, and each of them had no prior cases to examples of what really true brain cancer in mine was. So they had to create a brain tumor board. And then that brain tumor board consisted of 2 neurosurgeons, and the rest were females. What is the link to that? I don't understand. But if we all look at those numbers, if you've got a tumor board of, let's randomly say 6 to 12 people, you're pulling together minds, and only 2 of them did I recognize. 2 of them were neurosurgeon board members. But prior to that, they just went with the one, and whatever they said went, and that could have ended my life. But that example really stood out to me for a woman who said, this isn't satisfactory enough. I need you to have a bigger board. I need to hear from you. And they did it. And then I went for a second opinion by another singular neurosurgeon who was male, who I did know in the past. And they all came up with the same solution. So to me, that still stands out as why. So if you have a thought of why is a male dominant profession such as something as serious as this, which could be terminal for me, it's food for thought. How do we encourage women in their walks to be doctors with prestige, to be elected, to be on these boards? And I felt like, was it Dorcel? Who was it we was talking to her just a moment ago? Not the lady that just left, but I believe Melton, you touched a titch on this. And I know that Mandy and I chatted not long ago about why something so very, very dangerous as this came to something as small-minded as that, and all because I'm a woman. And get this, for age, for 53, what they did is they completely misdiagnosed. And a woman who was a first-year resident on the neuro team came to the room and said, oh my goodness, they missed it. She took a photocopy of an MRI and brought it to my room and showed me that before they had the panel together, you could see the tumor. It was very obvious. But yet, because who the tumor board consisted of, I might have missed it completely. So they dismissed her as a woman in her experience, and it almost cost me my life. So that's an example I only wanted to bring up to say, I think this is an example of survivalship, but also a very big example of women in our country who have knowledge, who have awareness, who have the desire to be aware. Wouldn't each of you agree to this? And it doesn't matter if you're in law school or if you're in med school, you're a paralegal, or you know what, you love to mop floors, whatever it is. Why do we not see the value of that person, male nor female? But it's particularly unusual that the dynamics of my medical group were that. So I will lend it to that and leave it to your thoughts on that. But I found it to be quite intriguing. So I'll leave the floor to you.
Yes, thank you, Melanie, and hope you get totally well. And I know you're already out of it, but get totally well soon.
Yes. Oh, I do have a quote. Tell you this. Each of you could be praying for me. My chemo starts March 13th, so next Wednesday. And also at the same time starts the radiation. But here's the beautiful thought for me. I have 4 children I'm fighting for. They're grown, and a husband I adore, and friends such as you that I adore. And if I could ask nothing more, but that you would love on them.
What we're doing is on the 11th, Melanie, we're launching the faith-based mediation
I will
circle.
do that. Yes.
Yeah, we're doing that on the 11th at same 8:30
I'm
p.m. India
prepared.
time. So yes, everyone can come in for that. It's everyone. I mean, you can bring your thoughts
I've got
on the
I've got
faith-based.
about 15 minutes of thoughts that my church family asked me to speak with them about. And as I began writing this, I know it, Mandy, I'm trying not to cry. It was written, but I got induced into a coma. And as soon as I woke up, the first thing somebody wanted me to do was pray for them. So it doesn't matter where you are, but your faith is lived out loud and clear. And people will know it, whether you spoke a word to them. So I will leave you with that. We will spend that 15 minutes that I've been given. Mandy, I love you. It's okay. We
you
can
have
all
more time.
cry.
Melanie, you just don't have 15 minutes. You have enough time. There's no issue. It's. I mean,
Oh,
you
that day.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I have so much rich content that I really hope that if you'll come and listen, I'm prepared.
Yeah, please
But
take us through that. Take us through all of it.
I think it's a journey that you might really enjoy. I shared it with my church family. But I do like to bring fidgets and activities to this role. So I'm going to ask you this. If you could find a little block of like clay, like Play-Doh, can you ask each person who can participate if they can get a little bit of piece of Play-Doh. And I'm going to work you through an exercise that could just absolutely be thought-provoking. So I use all these little bitty props. So Mandy knows I've used my own glasses before, and we'll do stuff like that. So Vikram, thank you for allowing me to share. As you know, most of the time I say nothing, but this experience for Women's Day, one, I'm just thankful to be a woman, but two, I love men. I have 2 sons and I have 2 daughters, and I have a very dear Vikram friend here. And we have so many others, extension of family. Each of you that have someone special in your life, I care deeply for them. And I think our ability to have empathy and care carries us stronger than men sometimes, besides Vikram. Vikram, you really are a model of welcoming and compassion. And that's how I view Vikram. And I think that's a beautiful truth that I think most of us on this panel would have to say about you, Vikram. So please take that and know I look forward very much to meeting with you. This conversation will happen before I get sick with the meds that possibly might cause me some side effects, but I also have so much love to offer each of you today. I commend you for being here. First off, I commend the love that you bring to this table. And there are people that will watch this when we're done. And they're going to say, what is it that strangers can come together and love one another? And I'll be saying, what is it that keeps us from that? So
yes, and Melanie, you should also connect with Dorothy. Dorothy has to leave right now. She has to say bye, but she's a lovely person sitting in Brazil. And she's also, of course, come into my events. You can always search Mediator Vikram and her name on YouTube and you'll find some events. So thank you, Dorothy, for coming in. And I know it's work time for you, but women, are they working today? Today, they should just relax. Today,
I'm working right now.
No holiday for
But
today.
thank you for having me here.
Thank you. And we'll see you soon. We have to
See
do, you know that we're launching
Goodbye.
the Brazil Mediation Circle on the 26th.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah,
trying to be to find more time to be with you. Okay.
26th. See you.
And Melanie, a lot of love to you. Okay. I hope you get well, and I hope this is just something like a cloud, a gray cloud that appears in our lives sometimes, and it will disappear. Okay.
that is warmly received. I really receive that. I'm sorry for the tear, but I love
No,
people in
you
our
don't have
lives
to.
that much. It's very
Don't
new.
say sorry.
Okay, thank you for that.
Okay.
This just happened 2 weeks ago. 2, maybe 3, but it's beautiful how you can transform it and then come on a platform like this and you share so much love to me. That's extremely powerful. And I am so grateful. Thank you for empowering the joy of recovery, because it's all it is. But also, I know people are watching how I deal with it. I've got 4 children, a husband, and now all you friends. And my hope is in the Lord, and my faith will be do my part to keep a good attitude, to be an attitude with gratitude, and to joyfully jump into beautiful meetings like this and be lifted up by what could have been strangers, but now I consider my own mediation family. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Dorothea. See you soon. Bye. Yes, Huma, please tell us about yourself.
I want to say hello to all. I am so happy to be a part of this session, and especially in this day. And thank you, from Vikram. Highly, I appreciate to make this time for us and bring all together. And also in this day, I wanted to say happy International Women's Day around the world, especially my friends we are in here. Just I wanted to say that we all together, no matter man and woman, we all together we try to bring peace in our society. Just today I have read a report that is written is about the International Women. The aim of each society to have peace, but without women, the peace is impossible. But fortunately, some countries like European countries, some of them, they reach to this goal. But unfortunately, some part of the world until now they didn't, achieve this goal. But it's so, far from this goal. And we have a lot of this country, like one of this country, like my country, Afghanistan. We have a lot of, problem. Women have a lot of problem. And now this current situation is so difficult for women. It's so dangerous actually, because the Afghan women still they didn't have access to the right basic right actually to education, to job, work, and actually they can't go even to shopping. It's the basic things. But just I wanted to say that we all try to make our society in peace and in a good situation.
I know you're seeing the other extreme, the other extreme in relation to gender equality. You're on the other extreme in Afghanistan, but let us hope things in some way change maybe, and Huma will play some role in doing that change somewhere. But Gabriel, what happened? I thought the Ecuador one was at 7:30 India time. Was it at 8:30 India time?
It was at 10 a.m. Ecuador time. Hi, everyone.
We changed the time. Did we?
I
thought
no, we did in the last meeting with you.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Everyone can come in at this one also. How does it matter?
And also, it was last Friday, not this Friday. Then you changed it.
Oh my God! I changed it. Yeah.
I think you have too many meetings, which is great.
Too many.
That's wonderful, but I think that's a lot you're juggling.
Okay. What's happening is everyone was just introducing themselves. So it's Jasmine's turn right now. Then we come to you. Okay. So you'll tell us about yourself. The main topic as to how mediation and mediators can play a role in relation to gender equality. That part has to still start. So yes, Jasmine, a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jasmine. I am an advocate and a mediator and an advocate in India. And my experiences as a woman are very different because maybe I'm just like fresh out of college, just started into the professional world as like where there are a lot of males to compete with. And yes, I did see a little discrimination happening here and then. Like I remember I had to leave a job because the person was not giving work to any female employees. So I had to just leave the work. So, but otherwise, I think it's good. We have at least in India, all the laws that favor women. There's a need of a mindset change, which I think will happen with time. Even with all laws in place, it cannot happen at the same time as a law comes. So I think mediation actually helps playing a role in that. And I genuinely feel that a woman can be a very good mediator because we have that natural empathy and that we almost, I think we are sensitive. We are able to be sensitive and show emotions. So we are able to feel what the other person is feeling and also empathize with them and talk them out of it. Talk them, at least give them a hearing, give them a friendly ear to listen to them. So that helps. And I did not prepare for it, so I don't know what to say, but it's lovely being here. And I genuinely like being around women. And so I'm genuinely enjoying this. Like, thank you.
Good. Thank you very much, Jasmine. But we'll get your thoughts, more thoughts on the aspect of the mediation. But what happened, Eunice? ET looks better. I thought there was an extraterrestrial in our being. I thought that viewpoint also we were getting. What? Why did you change it? ET. How did that ET come?
Good afternoon, everyone. It's afternoon where I am. ET is my initial Eunice.
I know, but
yes.
We like the extraterrestrial part. But wait, Eunice, you'll come in later. Gabrielle is going to tell us about herself. Then we're coming to you.
Thank
right? Just just an introduction, but we'll go on. Yes, yes, Gabrielle.
So
yes.
right now I just have to introduce myself, but not talk about the Women's Day.
Yeah, no, both.
Is that the dynamic?
No, you can talk about Women's Day also. Yeah, sure, anything, please.
Okay, so hi everyone. I love these circles. So I am excited to be here, and I'm really sorry that I was so late, but I have a doctor's appointment that I couldn't change, so I'm really sorry. For me, well, my name is, they call me Gabriel. My name is Maria Gabriela. What can I say? I'm a mediator, a full-time mediator. I know that Vikram is not about mediators, professional mediators, but sorry, I am one. So that's what I do for a living. And I can't help it because I love it. So I'm sorry. But I'm also a true life mediator. I try to like make my mediator mindset work in every aspect of my life. That means even my 3-year-old daughter, I keep asking her like, what do you feel? What did you think your grandma felt when you yelled like that? So I keep mediating around my life, even when I drive. So I love these meetings. And I don't know if I'm the best person to be here in the Women's Day circle because I don't love Women's Day. I think people keep talking, like, I hope that's not, I know, because I know Vikram, that we're talking about the right stuff here, but around the world, I feel like it has become a day when you get a flower, maybe, but you're not talking about the right things. And also, like, I'm going to talk about what I feel in Ecuador. Like, women don't have the right treatment because we get paid less, we are treated differently. But now the fight was to be equal, and now we have to do everything, and sometimes men don't have to do the same things. But in the other way around, I feel that people in Ecuador are teaching their children weird stuff, and I'm going to explain myself. For example, a little girl is expected to believe that she can do everything right now. Like, people that have the luck of having an education tell their daughters, you can do everything that you want. You want to be a soccer player, you can be a soccer player. You want to be an engineer, you can be an engineer. But on the other side, boys are not getting the same treatment, because if a boy wants to be a ballerina, they're going to tell, no, a little boy cannot be a ballerina. So I feel that in one side, there's a lot to do to make everyone being treated in the same way. But in the other hand, sometimes people in their homes are not teaching their children to be equal. So that's why I keep thinking about the Women's Day. I hope that I'm explaining myself in a way that, that it helps, and I'm not just stumbling all the words. I'm really sorry. That's what I
was interesting thought.
thinking when I was coming here.
No, interesting. Definitely. That needs to be discussed. Yeah. Melanie, you want to say something?
First off, I wanted to encourage you not to apologize for just being a mediator. You are
no. That's between us. Between us. They get me wrong. I never say that. She thinks that I'm against professional mediators. I'm saying, whom do we bring as the professional ones? We are bringing those people
sorry.
out.
I'm just teasing Vikram because he keeps asking me to bring mediators, live mediators, and not professional mediators.
Okay.
Way of life. It's a way of life concept. That
Sorry,
word that
Melanie.
Yes.
Also, in Ecuador how are you women able to obtain the basics of nutrition and housing and all these other things when you've got all this other, I mean, Women's Day really boils down to what can we accomplish, what is holding us back? How do we provide for ourselves, and where can we spring forward to make a difference? So I was curious when you said some very similar things that I've experienced. What is your, how does it work in Ecuador?
We'll get our thoughts in a minute. We'll just have to get Eunice in, our
I think that
extraterrestrial.
okay.
Gabriel, we'll just get 1 second. We'll just get our extraterrestrial in because
Okay.
our extraterrestrial
sorry.
might not like it. Yes, Eunice, please, a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Vikram, for bringing us together. And I apologize for joining late. I have to check the time zone, and I saw that, oh, it was 3 p.m. So I'm so sorry for joining late. Mandy, it's nice to see you again, and it's nice to see everyone here.
Yes, thank you.
My name is Eunice Tolu Olatunji. Some people call me Eunice, some people call me Tolu. So I answer both, but my first name is Eunice. And then I'm a lawyer, a Nigerian trained lawyer. I'm a mediator. I proud to say I call myself as a global mediator because I don't just mediate in Nigeria. Currently in Scotland, where I also mediate with the mediation clinic. And I think I mentioned it somewhere that if mediation were to be a person, then maybe it would be me. I love mediation so much, and I feel everybody could embrace it instead of exploring, going to court and fighting. Like Gabriel said, mediation, peace living should be our lifestyle, not just a profession. And I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to always partake where we're talking about peace education, talking about mediation. Thank you.
And Eunice also has participated in a lot of events. So again, the same thing. I tell everyone, just if you see the names here, just go to YouTube, put Mediator Vikram and put the person's name. Chances are you'll find some event who must be in part of a lot. So yes, Gabriel, you want to answer what Melanie was asking you? But Melanie is not here right
The
now.
thing is that
I'm still here.
I'm
still here. I have to do something, so
Yeah,
I don't want to be on video, but I'm listening. I'm right here.
Yes.
Yeah, the thing is that in Ecuador you do have a fight for to bring equality, but I think that well, first we are a third world country, so there are a lot of other things that are a priority for the government. So that's one thing. And the other thing is that you have these groups of women fighting for the rights, but I think they have taken it to be like a fight against men, so that doesn't help. So you have the like marching and the like, and what it brings to people is a sort of rejection, because it's not a thing that we are equal. It's like women are wonderful and women and women and women, and it's not about that. It's about we human beings are wonderful and we are all the same. So I think that because of all these two things, that one is the government does things, but it's not a priority. And on the other hand, private groups that are fighting with a speech that I don't think that brings people together. So I think that's a problem when people hear, listen, you say you're a feminist, they're like, oh my God, no, I'm not one of those, and start marching around. So that's because of this speech about women being wonderful. Even in today, for example, I get so many texts that say women are wonderful and are great friends and are great workers and we are great people, and I keep thinking, and men are not good friends, are not good brothers and brothers, are not good sons. I don't know. So the thing I think that we have to have the right speech is we are all the same. We are wonderful. We are great, and because we are all wonderful, men are also capable of being empathetic with what women are going through. So you have to bring men to the fight too. So I think that's going on, that we don't bring men to this fight. Like we don't teach them like, this is what I've been living. And it's the tiny things that we have to make things going on. So if a woman, I'm sorry, I'm just stumbling, but if some woman, for example, gets mad because a man helped her with the door, because we are so strong, we don't need help with the door, then the speech goes down again. So the thing is that the private people that are talking, have to have the right speech. We are all equal, all wonderful, and we all deserve the same things and the same treatment. And also, we are all capable of the same things, the same empathetic, the same friendship, the same everything. Sorry, I think it was way too long for.
But yes, but you've
your words.
spoken about activism and all that kind of aspect of it. Now, after this, after Meltem has to leave, we'll just get her in for a minute. And after that, we'll talk about how mediation can actually help in relation to gender equality. But Meltem wants to leave. She wants to say bye to us. Yes, Meltem.
Again, thank you so much, Vikram, for getting us all together. If I may suggest something, and if it works for everyone, because I really truly think that there is a space for us women to get together and discuss these important matters on an ongoing basis. As all of you appreciate, we all have busy lives. So I know, Vikram, you are giving us lots of space. There is no ending time. But for me, moving forward, I don't know, maybe everyone can also mention how it works for them. It will be very important for me if we are going to get together, make this space available for us. It needs to be end time. Because we all have appointments and so on. So, for example, my suggestion is 1 hour meetings. And then perhaps, I don't know, Vikram, how you would like to proceed, but there could be a facilitator of the event that we would be setting a topic and perhaps jump into the topic and then giving everyone a couple of minutes space to facilitate. Otherwise, it's so wonderful having an open-ended time, but again, everyone is super busy and it is sometimes not working to jump into the main topic that we want to discuss perhaps.
The thing is, first of all, today's idea was because it's a launch and it's also International Women's Day, is just an introduction to the concept. But the gathering that we have, time will never actually, that aspect of it, the time aspect, I will always keep it open because people are on different time zones and they need to come in. So people can keep coming in, giving their thoughts, and the whole thing is recorded. It's lying on YouTube. People can watch it later. So that part of it, I think that flexibility I'll keep. But we'll definitely, when we'll fix the next gathering of the circle, of the Gender Equality Circle, and we'll get more into the topic at that point of time. The idea was everyone should also get to know each other, because whenever you're meeting again, at least it starts with people you know. But we can also actually do. But Gabriel, we've done this, the Equator Mediation Circle, on the second Friday of the month. We've done that.
Was it the first?
So thank you so much, everyone. Again, I would love to see you all and have these dialogues continue. This is so wonderful.
Yes, we are meeting on the second Friday of every month at 8:30 India time. So please, so next month, second Friday is the 12th of April at 8:30 India time.
So hopefully I have no other appointments at that time, because I would love to be part of this group. So nice to meet everyone, the new faces that I have met today, and the ones that I have seen before. I would love to be in touch again. Have a wonderful day. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, Jasmine, please. You were saying something.
I just wanted to add to what Gabri just said. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Say anything, she's okay with it. You can say Gabriel. She's actually Gabriel.
Okay. What I don't like is Gabby. The only thing that I don't like is Gabby. Then
Gabby is another one. Look, Gabby is the other one. So Gabby is another Gabriela. So Gabriel. Can you say Gabriel? She has to say it like that. Gabriel. Okay.
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Can't do the accent. Okay. So I'll just like to add to it. It's more than equality. It's about equity. Because there are obviously some physiological differences. Obviously, they will continue to exist no matter what. So what we ask for is like equity. That is, what is our due that we must take it. What is due to us? That's all we're asking. Like respect, that should be equal. Opportunities, that should be equal. But socially, there should be an equity around men, women, all genders actually. All the genders, not just men and women. So I think that's what's important. Like being a woman, that we are equal and we also have equity in the society rather than being more than being equal.
Yeah, sure.
Agreed.
Both aspects. I would think that we'll have to look at both aspects. That's what I'm saying. When we have a discussion on the topic as such today, that topic was not being discussed so much because it's also International Women's Day. But we'll discuss the equity and the equality and the whether you need both or you need one. However, we'll do all that. So thoughts.
But Vikram, it is very important to discuss about what is equality, because it's not the same thing, the equals. And it's we are all human beings, but it's not that we
definitely.
Not reality.
Yes, some things are okay to be.
No, but what's going to happen is when the next time we meet, everyone is now going to get a little serious about the topic, because now we have a lot of general discussions. Now it's going to be, like you just pointed out, whether it's equality, equity, all those things. Everyone's going to be prepared with all that. Because like Meltem said, Meltem doesn't like the whole concept of everyone being so casual and everything. There should be something. She doesn't understand my events. They go into various directions.
I don't have hope. I'm very casual.
Yeah.
Vikram, if I might, I know that November 18th, typically in the US, that they celebrate men. But I want to encourage you, Vikram, that I celebrate you and commend you for your open space in your heart to which you provide us this platform to share. So first off, thank you for your attitude and the gratitude that you give us something to talk about. But you're extending conversations as far as Brazil and Iran and Pakistan, Afghanistan, Greece, United States, Ecuador, and that is such Nigeria. And it's so beautiful. And I've met your friend here, Eunice, from Nigeria once. I feel like you were stuck on a bus or something and were running late to an event.
She was on the bus. Bus on a train. On a train. Yeah, Eunice? You were once on a train in one of the events.
Yes, somebody got stuck. Somebody.
That was her.
I have one question for my peers in Afghanistan and Iran. May I address her?
Yeah, please. As long as just 1 minute, Melanie, just 1 second. I just wanted to ask Gabriel. Gabriel, are you in a hurry to leave? You were saying you had to leave. What time do you? How much time do you have?
None.
None.
Oh, she's gone.
In that almost none. Anything that you want to say about mediation and the role of mediators in gender equality, or is it? No, we are not even going to talk about equality. What is the thing?
The thing is that I'm really sorry to leave because I want to listen to everyone say something, and if I say something right now and then I leave, I am not going to be able to pull myself with everything that everyone's telling me.
Next gathering on the
I'd love to hear from you on the next. Yes.
12th April.
Yes. Next gathering, and I'm really sorry, guys. Like, if I would have loved to be here since the beginning to get to know you better.
So. Everyone has to leave. One of these days, all of us are going to leave. Definitely, that we are not going to do anything about.
That was really spiritual.
Yes, exactly. But now, Huma said she has to leave. Jasmine said she has to leave. Gabriel has already gone. Bye, Gabriel.
Yes. Bye.
It was nice to meet you.
Bye.
Okay.
It was great talking to you guys. Bye.
Huma, what's the hurry? You have to go somewhere? Is this you want to give your thoughts before you leave? Whatever your plan is.
Yeah, actually, I need to go.
Can I ask her one question before she leaves?
Melanie wants to speak to you. Yeah, Melanie.
Sure.
Do you have a moment, Uma?
And Jasmine, you'll have to wait for now. We'll have to wait for.
Okay.
Yes.
So my impression from where the United States, we have limited access to know what you're experiencing as a woman in Afghanistan and Iran. So the question for me would be something as a Taliban or something like this. Are they still suppressing women so severely that how is it that you have the freedom to be on this call when you have groups like Taliban or others around? Or is that a problem for you now?
That's why I written Iran in front of her name. She's studying in Iran. She was studying in Iran. She just completed her master's right now. But yes, you want to answer that, Huma?
So
please?
Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations.
She's not in Afghanistan right now. She's in Iran right
now. Oh,
you're
not. You're in Iran. Okay.
Yeah. But yes.
Yeah.
But she's going to still answer you. Yes.
I born in Afghanistan, and actually I grew up in Afghanistan as well. Just around 2 years, yeah. I'm in Iran, and I have completed my master degree in sociology here. And as you hear the situation is current situation in Afghanistan, as well as in Iran. Especially in Afghanistan, it's so difficult for women that, we have many women in Afghanistan, social activists. They trying to, stand for their rights. Even in Iran also we have this. But we hope that we all come together and bring peace in our society.
Right. Thank you for sharing that. I guess I was under the impression of trying to figure out what is the suppressor in education in Iran and Iraq. Do you have a thought of, as us as women, what can we be lifting up and doing to help make a difference for you ladies in Afghanistan and Iran? Because it can't just be us talk about it. We have to make an action. I live in a safe place, raised here, but some people aren't given the pleasure of being able to even say what they believe in without being tortured. And so the thing that came to mind in the history of Iraq, if you look back to Afghanistan and Iran, in my days that I've grown up, the stories are very different here than the United States. So I was just trying to see from your perspective what you might have witnessed. And how old are you, ma'am?
She's just done a master's, that's all. She won't give her age. Women are not asked their age on the show. All you know is that she's done a master's just now.
I finished my master's and I was in my mid-40s, and I'm a whole lot older than that now.
Oh, okay, so she did. She's not in the mid-40s. We can.
I know she looks like I'd have children older than you, I'm certain.
Yeah, I'm 27.
See, she just told us. Yeah.
I didn't ask her to tell her, but she has.
I have a daughter who just turned 21 yesterday, and I have a son who's 22 today. We have really got to pick up some level of how we can incorporate and teach our children to help make a better place for people like you and others. So that's my point. Thank you.
Huma's going to answer that. Huma, anything that you think, anything that needs to be done in relation to how things are in Afghanistan and what can be done, and anything on relation to mediation, mediators, anything that you want to tell us?
Sorry, Vikram, could you repeat again?
Anything in relation to how, of course, gender equality is definitely an issue in Afghanistan, but what role can women play? What role can mediation play? What role can mediators play in relation to gender equality? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, Vikram, actually, before I mention about it, that I work in a social project. That why my my job is actually as a social organizer. This is the responsibility somehow like mediator, and also the one thing that I believe about that, just we can by education and by awareness, and also we go together, men and women together, and also the mediator, it can a big help this situation. For example, now this current situation in Afghanistan, this need help as a mediator. I believe like this. For example, the one party like Taliban, the one party is the other people. Especially this Taliban is, it's a broad topic that I don't want to speak about this, but.
Oh, please don't. You don't have to. You don't, please don't. If you don't want to, don't. I just was from a United States perspective, it is painted as a very huge woman dominant suppressor. And then that's the only reason I asked. But I respect you. I respect your desire not to. And especially it just gives me a way to say, this is a way I can lift you up and encourage you when you are not able to share your thoughts. So that, please receive it in that way. And that's the way I'll proceed if you'll accept that. You don't have to explain anything, but I'll give you this.
Thank you.
I will listen.
Awesome.
Hey, did y'all see what that did? Watch. I'm not even doing that. Everybody else try that real quick and see if it works on your video.
No, it won't work on the video. You've got this filter there. You've got this filter, and that's why it's doing it.
Okay.
You're doing a filter.
Simone did it.
But,
Wow.
but,
Like this. There we go.
everyone
Mine
get that
did it.
filter. You get that filter and then things will
Filter
happen.
and put it in. That's beautiful.
From you.
So please
that's
receive
what's going to
that.
happen. At the background, Melanie's going to keep doing
We
that.
are
She's gonna keep sending out.
I'm just gonna keep sending love. I like to laugh, and I think it's really good medicine. So thank you for sharing with me. I actually didn't know it would do that, but here you go. One more time.
Is loving it. Yeah.
It made you smile.
Yes,
everybody smiled.
But Huma was finishing. So yes, Huma, you were saying something. You were saying, Huma.
Go ahead, Huma.
It was a great day. It was.
Yeah.
I hope you get some better, Elena, and see you.
Yep. There you go. I don't know why you didn't get it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Huma.
Bye.
Yes, Jasmine. Jasmine, you were saying something, Jasmine. You have to leave now, is it?
Yes.
What are you doing at this time? For a meeting with a client?
I have a mediation session actually at 10. One of the parties wants to talk right now.
You know, tell everyone it's 10 o'clock at night, okay? That's what it is. And people, this is what the passion is. Jasmine is up. This is 24/7 mediator now.
Oh,
when they say full-time mediator, she is full-time mediator.
I do all the time.
No, but Jasmine is yeah, but you were saying something. You wanted to say something? You wanted to say something? Anything that you said?
I think I already said what I had like thoughts like on top of my head I had. Like, so it was a lovely meeting everyone, and I would like to be part of more of such celebrations.
You know the date, no? The next meeting of the gender equality. Yeah. Gender Equality Mediation Circle is on that day.
So I'll be there, and I'll try to be in more of sessions which I'm not able to yet.
Yeah, and bring in some more more thoughts on the aspect of mediators, mediation, and how we can look at what needs to be done, and everyone can share their thoughts.
Yep. So, thank you for having me here.
Thank you for coming.
Yes,
Bye.
thank you. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Here's yours. Goodbye. Don't even know how to do it. It's just doing it.
Good fun.
So
now
awesome.
you have to keep this filter with you.
Yes.
I'm calling it a filter. I don't know whether it's called a filter or not.
I don't know. I don't know.
You did something, definitely. You've got that frame there, so definitely you did something.
I frame
Please,
it.
everyone look for that on their Zoom.
go up on Zoom and look for the 3-dot more, and then it should give you a whiteboard or background effects. So go ahead and chat. Go up into your far right corner. It says mute, stop video, share contact, participation, or more. Hit more. Hit more with the 3 dots. And then once you hit more, go to background and effects. And then it will let you edit and do weird things. So such that I did.
Good.
There you go. Yep.
But Mandy, any thoughts on mediators, mediation, and gender equality?
Yes, I have. I was thinking now that I was listening and thinking, and it's something that we all think all the time. And many women today are defending and saying, no, I don't want to have this celebration because it is just because there is no other day, right? Or it is only for some flowers. Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
Yeah.
Hi, Vicky.
Vicky Mo.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hola.
Now you know why it's not for 1 hour, so that everyone can keep coming in. That's the idea.
Yay, you're beautiful, Eunice.
Vicky, what you're doing is everyone is looking for the best filters on
Zoom. She got it. Yeah.
And Melanie, show Vicky your hearts. She does this, and the hearts come up.
So I have to say that we are celebrating today. So what did I miss so far?
Too much. cannot be summarized.
Okay.
But
So
I will try. I will try to summarize because it was something that we all have this feeling that I was saying, because before Gabriel was saying that, and every woman says that. I don't want to celebrate this day because it's not about women. It's not about having celebrations and not having rights and all these things. And this is, I believe, the point, of course, is to all have human rights and not to be necessary to talk about women's rights, children's rights, animals' rights, or environment's rights. Or if we have rights and they work, there's no reason to talk about specific rights.
So
We
I
don't
couldn't agree
say
more.
elephants. How do we say elephants' rights? Do we say no? It's animals' rights. So it's all kind of. I mean, do we say the boy child right or the girl child right? We say children's right because it doesn't matter if they are boys or girls. And why it matters when we become adults? What is the thing that changes? It's okay, we have sexual life after an age, or we have roles that it's useful for some things or somebody to have roles. So we have all this capitalistic system, and we have to be useful. But it's okay, I believe, to be different. It's okay to be male, female, or women and men. It's okay to be different. And that's what we as mediators, we have no problem with differences. We just, as mediators, we want just to make bridges and bring in contact and in respect and in peace and balance the differences. So it's okay to be different, male and female, and it's okay to be woman, or it would be better if we were not women, we human. I mean, but I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. But I believe the harmony and the balance is what we have to find, not to fight.
Mm-hmm.
We are mediators,
Yes.
and we
Yes.
don't need to find. We have to find a friendship, a harmony, a balance, to accept each other, not to be afraid of each other, because we
That's
fight
it.
when we are afraid of each other. And I believe that, it's not to the women to be more men so they are accepted and fight as men. It's to make what a woman is, to make it beautiful so others respect it and like it and feel comfortable with it. And what I was reading lately, and I liked it very much, it was the story of Mandela, who had in this book, The Humankind. And he talks about this experience he had in jail. And he realized that there is a very big experiment about that, is the contact is the way we have to to have better contact. Because when you have contact, you realize that it's okay the other person to be different, or you are not afraid of it. As long as the only enemies are the stereotypes and the beliefs. I believe this is the problem. We all have stereotypes and prejudice, and this is something that it needs a kind way to change, I believe.
But what I wanted to do was, I wanted Vicky to tell us about herself a little bit. Just introduce yourself, Vicky. Vicky, you just want to tell us about yourself, so that everyone gets to know you.
I have in previous webinars. Shall
Yeah. No, because Melanie and Eunice were not
Yes,
part of that
okay.
Greece one. So yeah.
So I'm a Greek woman. I'm a lawyer and mediator. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I have a multiple role as all women have. And what I want to say is that in my belief, I agree with Mandy. We don't need a special day to celebrate women's rights.
Right.
But we have this day as a special day, just a reminder, just a reminder, nothing more to me. So this is it. Of course, we are equal, but if we do pass to the history, we needed that way, so to establish our position in our world. So after all these decades, women have managed to establish their role. But I believe, as I said, that the woman, every woman in this world has a multiple role. It's not only one. We are women, we are wives, we are mothers, many of us. We are professionals, and we are a lot of things. And this is that a woman needs to know, that she has the empowerment.
I'm just thinking, because there are two parts of it. One is today we're celebrating International Women's Day, but also the launch of the Gender Equality Mediation Circle. So how I'm looking at it is that the traits that are linked to women, actually those traits are also there in men. So we are celebrating those traits, and that those traits men also have to find within themselves. Before you came in, Vicky, we were looking at there's this god in India who's half male. How they portray. I mean, there's one part of that when they portray him as half male, half female. So that there is a female part within the males also, and how maybe those are important in relation. I'm saying it's important in relation to mediation and for mediators. So that needs to be highlighted. It's not that, I mean, we need to celebrate those traits and bring them out and show them as important aspects, because one part of the way mediation has developed is those settlement conferences, and it's maybe that's becoming very male dominated in some parts of the world. But we have to, I mean, at least the way I'm trying to do it, and that's why I think women play a very important role, or maybe those traits play an important role. I'm not saying let's not keep it as gender, let's keep it as traits maybe. So that's why maybe we need to celebrate those traits. But the gender equality part, definitely we're also doing that. So I think both of them go hand in hand, celebrating those traits, but also the gender equality. Some thoughts on that? You were saying something, Mandy?
Yes, I was saying that it is we are equal but not the same, as not only men and women. Women between each other are not the same, and men are not the same. So it's okay to accept that some differences. It's not a problem. It's the fear of the difference that causes, I believe, this conflict. And it would be very nice to work on the harmony and the balance between these different, I don't know, aspects, points of view, skills, many, I don't know what exactly. Maybe we can discuss about that. I don't know, and I think nobody has the right answer. But for sure, it is very, very nice to realize that the whole and the complete are both, and not even both, because it's not only two genders. So we all are together the complete and the full and the oneness. So this would be very nice to realize, and not to have fear that there is some kind of danger. Of course, there are some differences. For example, just the physical power. And I mean, a woman is afraid to walk out at night. Everybody would say, since she's a young girl in Europe and other countries everywhere, I believe, don't go out. It's late for a woman to walk in the street. Don't wear this skirt or this blouse, because it's not safe for a woman to walk in these clothes. or go alone to a bar, or I don't know what. And it's some differences, such as the physical, that make some differences unequal. I mean, here in Greece, unfortunately, Vicky knows very well, we had a big discussion because the past 2-3 years, unfortunately, we have many women killings from her partners or husbands. And there was a big discussion if it must be a special kind of, how do we say that, Vicky? Γυναικοκτονία, anthropoctonia.
Spouse murder.
Spouse murder. Why?
Domestic violence.
A woman, no, to have a special kind of crime when the victim is a woman, as we have for children.
Oh.
And there was a big dialogue in the law, in the Greek law here. Is it enough for a human kind of aspect that even if it's a man or a woman, it is a murder? Or if it is a special thing, because a woman has not the power to defend, just like a child sometimes. So to be a special kind of crime. And I mean, we had to make this kind of discussion, and we are a European state, okay? Not as, I mean, it's not, it's kind of West and civilized, and I don't know what they say. It's not. It's not. It's and the weak, we are the weak gender, and we have all these stereotypes: women cry, men don't cry.
We are physically weaker, Mandy.
Yes.
We are physically weaker. This
That's
is
what
the
I said.
yes, physically weaker, but not weak in other aspects. Okay.
But this is, of course, that's what I said. That's why I talked about the crime and the physical difference. But there are issues, and I believe it's something that has, this many years kind of memory, the things that even women feel that we have a role to serve, or we have, without being forced. We believe that we have the purpose to serve men, to take care, wash, make the dishes. If we have a job, it is not more of the times, it is not even for discussion if women will leave out the homework. There's all these things we do for the house and the family. We just add the job and we don't sleep, or we sleep less. We have a very funny joke here. There is a couple in the couch and watching the news at 7:30. The woman says, "I'm going to sleep now," and she takes the road. And while she's going to the bedroom, of course, she stops in the. She makes the dishes. She makes the home clean. She goes to the children's room. She makes everything in the house. And it's about 11, and the husband says, "I'm going to sleep now." And he's going to sleep before the woman arrives the bedroom. I mean, these are stereotypes, and we also have these stereotypes. We feel guilty if we don't serve others, but it is something that we could make it beautiful. I believe beauty will save the world. It's beautiful to be together, helping each other. It's so beautiful feeling to love, to care. You don't have to be a gender to do that. If we have the chance, and men, I believe it's something that has been taken from men, to feel free, to be sensitive, to care, to love, to be tender. It's so beautiful thing, and it's not allowed to men. I mean, we are forced to do that, but men are not allowed to be like that. So it's the same thing from the opposite side. And it would be very nice what Vikram always says, and that is huge, and it can be applied everywhere. It's a matter of experience. If we experience how beautiful it is, without fights, I mean, we have to find a way. We are mediators. We have to find a kind, beautiful way to find to taste it, to feel how beautiful taste love has, and to experience this beautiful thing. And I believe the difficult things and the fights have been done, and it was necessary. Unfortunately, some women did that for us. So I think we have to pass to the other level, to do it in a sweet way, in a kind way, as mediators would do that.
Yes,
That's
Eunice, what do you think? What?
Yeah, I quite agree with everything Mandy has said. Thank you, Mandy, for the recap of everything that has been done. You know, as we're talking, something somewhat came into my mind, and it's like, what do women want? Sometimes it appears that we want so many things. I think I pick a word from what you said, stereotyping. There is this biases that many of us have growing up, or the fear that our parents has. I believe I'm the youngest in this room right now. And the fear of this old generation is being passed on to us, and we carry it along. And as we are coming out, oh, they're thinking I'm a woman, and we are being defensive, even when it's not the situation. There's some limitations that we place on ourselves because of our gender. When we're talking about, like you mentioned, we are different. We are not men. I think, yes, talking about gender equality, equal rights, and all of that, I know that as a fact, which is common to many planets, from African perspective. I remember my grandmother of blessed memory, she said she wanted to go to school, but the mom was like, "You, hey, woman, you stay and help at home." That was the situation then. And that makes so many women to stay. Then once it's what women are, just nurture them and marry them off, whether or not they like the person you are giving them to. That was the situation then. But do we still have that situation now? So women, which made women to clamor for empowerment. I want to be treated like men. And I think a lot of improvement has been on these days. But my fear now is that this equality thing, we carry it into family, and there is order of things. And I think, I may be wrong, why we have so many broken homes, why we carry this mentality of equality into the family system, and we cannot hold it. I totally agree that while we come to workplace, on a playground, women and men should be treated equally. But at the same time, because we have some peculiarities, equality is not equity. Maybe what we'll be acting for is equity. Identify our differences and being able to collaborate without denying me right to promotion because I'm a woman. I will say this story where I was working before I started my law firm then. Where I was the first female that was, because they were like, oh, women are lazy. They don't want female lawyer in the law firm. And the principal took chances on me. He employed me. I want to tell you that after my employment, the subsequent employment were female because they thought wrong. I was devoted. They discovered that women are more loyal. You put in everything and all of that. But it came to a time I got married. 2 years later, I had a child. And my colleague, after a year, had a child. And this particular woman, she said, oh, your colleague is going for maternity leave. You people want to turn Taslim office into daycare center. This was a woman that said this, not the man. So sometimes we women are actually the challenge that other women have. Like, how do you mean we turn the place into a maternity center? Don't have a right to have our children as well. So imagine so many people. This is a woman that said it's not the man. So sometimes we women too, we have to be there for each other. And when we're talking about gender equality, it's equity. Embracing these people we have multiple roles. But above all of this, how do we balance it in workplace without making them feel left out? Then transfer it into home. Women should understand that in the home, we can't be equal in terms of the role we take. We all have to work together collaboratively to make things work and to raise the next generation coming. Gabby was talking about why do we have to have Women's Day? I think we can have Women's Day to celebrate ourselves. Because if you don't blow your trumpet, who would? Men too can have Men's Day. Men too can have Men's Day. I even understand where she's coming from. That we are raising women, you can do this, you can do that, and neglecting our boy's child.
Men who love women celebrate women. They celebrate us. So that's what it's the best thing, to love each other, and we will celebrate each other.
Celebrate them as well. And don't let us leave a boy's child, because we are raising empowered women, we are raising responsible women, and the boys are being left behind. And that's why we have so many men today that are so irresponsible, and we're wondering, where is this coming from? You see men that when they are done, I happen to do a lot of divorce matter in the past, and many of these cases, the men became so aggressive when they cannot provide for their home, even when the woman is not complaining. So as we're celebrating women, as we're raising our girl's child, we should not neglect the men as well. And we should put the right value. And thankfully, we women are nurturers. So those boys, those men in our field, how are we nurturing them? What values are we inputting into them? And as we mediate, and thankfully, like Vikram said, we have so many aspects to ourselves. We can do so many things, and we have the capacity to be, how will I put it, emotional, to be emotive, as in when we like, okay, I want to be so what's the word? It's not coming to my head now. Not just being cognitive, emotional, but being active. You are able to empathize well with people, and then discharge at a point of time to see how can we move this process forward. A lot of the stereotype of blaming women for everything is still on. Yes, we have been overcoming some of the challenges we have of women not being able to work, women not being able to go to school. I think that is reducing well. Kudos to women that stood up and fought for this. But you will be surprised that in many clans, even in Nigeria, some tribe, women are still being suppressed. So we cannot stop advocating for this, but we have to balance it. It's not about competing with the men. It's about collaborating with them, cooperating with them, and encouraging them to cooperate with us and embrace our own differences as well. I think I should stop here, right?
Yes, but we have to look. The thing is that we have to celebrate women because they have something special which men can never have, which is the motherly instinct. That motherly instinct will always be there. So that is a special aspect which definitely needs to be valued also. And in mediation definitely needs to be valued. So need to celebrate. But what do you suggest, Eunice? Should we call it the Gender Equality and Equity Mediation Circle? You want to change the name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a comment.
The gender balance and harmony.
Yes, I think I like
gender,
that.
Okay, so gender, no, we have to do Gender Equality, Equity, and Justice Mediation Circle.
And harmony and balance.
I'd like to make a comment.
I think it will be one nice long name for the. Okay, we'll talk about it in the next one. But Melody wanted to say something. We talk about this.
I wanted to commend Eunice and Mandy and Vicky for all of your words, and you too, Vikram. But I want you to know I raised two boys that are, one is a Master of Divinity preacher. And let me just tell you, That's a hard space to be in this life right now, especially when we've got wars and it's everywhere. And you're wondering if you're going to be drafted to have to go serve somewhere. That's what my boys have to deal with. So one is 26. He's got a heart as beautiful as his face, and it's not because I'm his mother. It's because of the love that I've instilled within him. And then I have another one who's 22. His heart is beautiful as his face because he has chosen a moral high ground. He respects me as a woman in the home, me as a mother, and also as having done 2 different careers in my life. And they also have a mother who doesn't come home bringing home all the social heaviness, but tries to empower them to see, let's talk about these things. Where do you see yourself as our future leaders, as beautiful men doing good things, and believe that they can find love in a world that love is not the first go-to thing. But what I sense in this circle is a 4-letter word. And it involves Eunice and Vicky and Mandy and me and Vikram and Melanie. It's called love, Love.
No, you can't do that.
And
Mainly you have to do that, and it'll come out. It'll come out. It'll come out from within. Yes, yes, that's it's gonna come out.
so
Great.
I want you to know, Mandy and I talked about this briefly last night. We had quite a long conversation, but I want you to know, Eunice and Vicky and Mandy, as a mother of 2 boys, and then I have 2 other daughters. Equality is definitely, I don't see men as equal more or less, but we have to remember, let's say in the United States, just for me as an example in the United States, women just in my lifetime, I'm only 53. We didn't have, women didn't have rights to work, still don't get the same rights for pay equality. They can do the same role and get paid less because the men are, quote, the breadwinners. Well, that is beginning to change. We're starting to see more stay-at-home daddies and more women making more money, and some of them bringing in more finances. So there are changes being made. And my attitude in my home is, if you'll speak respectful to me, you'll be respected. But if you're not respectful, then you're going to have a bigger problem in your life. So I've taught them to love the people in your life the right way. You must love our God first, and then he will teach you how to love the people in your life the right way. So equality to me is, I see Vikram here and circled around women, and all I see is that this man wants to honor us because he sees the value of all of us as a circle of, doesn't see us as a gender who has a specific body part or a specific social role, but one that works together. And I commend you and I applaud you right now, Vikram. I hope they'll join me in that. That's what I feel when I think of Vikram, is a man who's been in my life since 2022, and I've yet to hear one negative word come out of his mouth. Never, not even one. Now, he's laughed with me and he's made fun with me and sometimes of me. And I love every minute of it because it's shenanigans. But that's the kind of love that brings peace to a world where harmony is needed. So when I think of Vikram, I think of peacemaking, of harmony, and he is opening up a platform to discuss things. The reason we have wars, rumors of wars, are 1, because of religion, 2, for women power, the rights for some not to have the rights to do things. And in just 30, 50 years here in the United States, women have just advanced, just in my lifetime, from no voting to having a job, some of them becoming doctors, some of them being lawyers. But it wasn't happening before that. You weren't supposed to leave the house. You were supposed to take care of the children. You had to obey a man who led your home, and there was no rights otherwise. You had to wear a dress with dress shoes. You just weren't able to be what you are naturally. And we're evolving. So I want to commend you, Vicky, Mandy, and Eunice, and Vikram for helping us draw near to seeing that our men, my boys they're equal, but they don't even see themselves as beautiful men. They are so humbled that they will be the last ones to say the beauty that I see in them. So I love them so much. I say, no, 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 no. You are smart. You are important. You're kind. And we need to speak that into what we define equality to be. We're talking about genetics. Some men are born with X and Y chromosomes, and then the bodies have to decide which way they're going to grow. You look this up, it's true. If you have an extra chromosome, you have to decide, are you going to have a boy or you're going to have a girl? Because some of them might have the genitalia of both. And then you have a lot of these stories aren't spoken of, but it's the truth. Look it up. It's scientific. And we need to address that when we talk about equality, because these parents, they don't know what to do with it. Now we live in a world where they're allowing them to be transgenders before they ever get 18. I have a problem with that, because if that voice at 18, they're going to say, why did this happen to me? Now I'm 18 and I don't want that. So I do believe that we need to respect, getting to an age where they can make the choice on their own and not push it because of one way or the other. But if you look in neuroscience and look under your chromosomes, you will see how big this equality conversation can become problematic. We see an increase in homosexualities. That's your choice. We see an increase in not just heterosexuality, but bisexuals. But in the workplace, we now have to recognize them as a she, he, or her, or him. And then, we have to figure out how does equality come into this role, because it's there. We can't ignore it. And some of them are some of the most beautiful people you'll ever meet. But
I'm sorry, may I say something, Melanie, on
yeah,
what
no,
you say?
yes, please. Yes,
I
please. I
think equality is to let everybody be what he wants and do what he wants
there you
without
go.
hurting somebody. I mean, I remember myself being a mother and wanting just to stay home and make food
Yes.
and keep the house warm and take care. And everybody was saying, you studied to make cookies and food and to stay at home. And I was saying, that's what I want to do. What's your problem? And it was like I'm not a very, dynamic female. I want to stay home and make food and make the house to be beautiful and not have somebody to take care of the house and the baby and be out to work.
I felt the same, Mandy.
I will leave my child. I will leave my I don't want to leave it to somebody. This is what I want to do.
Yes,
and everybody
good job,
will
Mandy.
say
Yes.
you are not you are old-fashioned. They were saying something, and we say, no, I just like it. I just
like it.
That's why I'm saying that motherly instinct is a special thing, and
it is a special. Mandy, he brought that up. I agree with you 100%. Now, listen, for me, it's unique. I did 34 years of nursing. And I cried almost every time I had to leave them and do long shifts. And I hated it that much. So I thought this brilliant idea. Why don't you go to law school so we can start having papers and more better conversations so I can intervene and be home with my child more. It turns out 4 children later, I decided to go to grad school, do the law school. But it's love that was driving me, because I thought if I could get out of a nursing role and be doing some stuff from home, which has worked for me up until they're all grown now and you can see what I'm dealing with. Mandy, you're true. You're true to that.
Yeah.
I have
not to mention
that. I felt that.
And not to mention that I stayed home for 15 years, working, doing masters and all these things. And my son saved me from law because there was just 1 to 3 years I was a lawyer when I met mediation. And I just said, no, that's what I am. And motherhood helped me very much to be in the mindset of a mediator. Yeah.
It's a peacemaker concept. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That aspect of that motherly instinct and whatever you people get is something special to you. A man cannot maybe get that kind of thing. And that feeling or whatever you have is to be valued and has to be put out there. And I feel like I keep connecting it to the to mediators and mediation, it's an important aspect to bring in.
Yes.
And you know something, Vikram, it's this thing with equity and equality has something that reminds me the family conflicts where men, the husband and the wife, are all the time talking about them and they forget the children, because this conflict between men and women has left the children alone at home because everybody wants to be outside working, and they forget that somebody has to take care of these children and not to be left to grow up alone because everybody has the career. I mean, when there is a couple, they can make a contract, an agreement as we do, and say, we have roles here. Let's see how it will work. We are a team. We are a family. So in equality also, it can be, we should put children also in this balance, because children are growing up alone because parents are working equally. And they are, it's not.
Let's get Vicky's thoughts on it. Vicky has given a thought. Vicky, but how do you pronounce your surname? Vicky Ladaki? How do you pronounce it?
Vicky Ladaki.
Ladaki. Because
good job, Vikram.
If it was Ladaki means someone who fights a lot. Ladaki,
Ladaki.
That's Ladaki in Hindi. In our language, Ladaki is someone who fights a lot. So it's good as Ladaki. We'll say Ladaki. We won't say
Ladaki is the olive oil. It is the olive oil.
It's the little oil. The little oil that we use. This is Ladaki, little oil, because my grandfather used to sell oil. That's why my name is
oil. Say it again.
Olive oil. Olive oil.
Olive oil, like Popeye. Olive oil. Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
Hey, listen, guys, I'm going to have to say goodbye, but I wanted to say thank you, Vikram.
Yes.
Here, I'll leave you with this.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I can, well, why isn't it doing it?
Well, you just keep it a little bit.
The love is not coming out this time.
No, she gave all her love.
It won't go.
You have to keep it a little bit at the back. Little bit at the back, I think. Maybe the shape. You're not getting the right shape.
Oh, okay. I want to ask something, Vikram.
Yeah.
Vikram, what was your inspiration for today's gathering?
Look, inspiration, I've just told you, for me, that aspect, now whether we are celebrating the gender or are we celebrating that, that say characteristics or whatever a woman brings in, are we celebrating that? I mean, that's up to you to look at. For me, that's an important aspect, and I'm not putting it to gender. I'm saying these are characteristics that need to be valued, which could be there in men also. I'm not saying that those characteristics won't be there. It has to be brought out, and that's why I was showing you that picture of the half man, half woman god that we have. That part of it is something which I think needs to be recognized and highlighted and valued. And yeah,
so
I was showing you this. Yeah, I keep showing people this.
It was about women. So it was your so it was women in your center of your thought. I mean, or just the equity and the equity of the genders.
Yeah, this was both today. I mean, the launch of that circle also and the celebrating International Women's Day. But I do this. I've been doing it every year, so this is something. And just thoughts on. I mean, for me, those thoughts on how today we were wanting to discuss it didn't come out is how mediators and mediation can play a role in relation to gender equality. But now UNIS has expanded it to gender equity. So that needs to be discussed. That was also one part of what we were going to do today, but today was just more about introductions. But in general, women should be celebrated. I mean, whatever people can say, everyone is equal and everything, but why shouldn't women be celebrated? I think in general, what they bring is special. They bring something special to the world, and that being the motherly aspect of it, the motherly instincts being translated into a lot of aspects, empathy or compassion and all that needs to be valued, because I think those, again, I'm saying masculine traits. Let's not say men, but the masculine traits have been highlighted and maybe have taken over the world today as we see it. So these aspects, these things are not, they say soft skills. Everyone today is questioning whether these are soft skills or these are essential skills. Empathy and compassion, it's not soft, it has to be part of our lives. So those are the kind of traits which need to be highlighted and valued, and that is what we were trying to celebrate today, maybe.
Okay.
Something that does that in some way answer anything, Mandy? Do you think I've answered it all right? Mandy, what
There
do you
is
say?
no right or wrong answer.
Let me
Just,
take Mandy's view. I like to take Mandy's view, but then she'll
well,
expand on it.
okay.
I think that we are here with common reason, but it is very, very nice that we have different opinions, and we start to know each other and wait what kind of different opinion is going to be heard from each one of us. But I would like very much to hear Vicky's thoughts about these things she heard about. I mean,
Which
we have
especially which ones?
the roles. We were talking about the roles the time you came in, so it would be nice if you say, because I would like to put only one thing more and talk to let you talk about that. We have a very beautiful movie in Greece this year. It is called The Killer, and it is the story of a woman. She the killer, but it is in the female, and it is a story of a woman who was killing all the baby girls that were coming in Greece in the middle of the previous century, because she didn't want to let them live in this unfair and difficult world for women. It was so hard, the
And she
life for
wanted to
women,
save them.
and she was believing she was saving them from this awful life. That's why I said before, we are far away from that in some countries. Others are not far away from that, and we could work on that and make beautiful thing to be different. We have to try to experience the beauty of difference, not to fight the difference.
Also, I think, Vicky, what we also need to put out there is a certain kind of mediation which is developing, which is coming again from the court system and being taken in a direction which for me is not the way mediation should go, which is opposite to what I'm trying to put out there, which is the humanistic approach and the heart soul spirituality aspect of it. And I feel the kind of mediation that I want to put out there, I think women are going to play an important role in that. And if they bring in these aspects which are very basic, which I think maybe women also take it for granted. Empathy, compassion aspect is just two words we are using, but lots more. Motherly instinct, again, bringing it in that, I think needs to be put out, because it is going in a direction where, again, it might become a very male dominated kind of activity in some countries. It is also doing that. And I've had people coming in talking about it also, that how they're also looking at mediation becoming a male dominated thing, because again, that coming from the court system and lawyers dominating it, and they bringing that adversarial aspect also into it. We don't want it to go there. I think women will play an important role in the way I'm trying to develop it. Yes, Vicky, now your thoughts. Wow.
Well, as I said in the beginning, women have a multiple role in our world. They are a lot of things. They are women. They are professionals. They are mothers. There are wives. There are friends, and the big obstacle, because the big obstacle that we all face in the new generations, that we want them to be different. And I'm not sure if I can touch this, but it's the religion. As long as there are religions who have a very strict and conservative way of raising girls, that will always be an obstacle on the women, because they are the mothers who are going to raise the next generations. So going back to the history and to the religions, the religion is a very big obstacle on overpass the equity. If you understand what I want to say, is that even though the new generations, we have the culture, we have the education, we have the power, we have the willing to overpass a lot of bias and a lot of the conservative things we face. The religion who raise mothers, girls with very conservative ideas, that will be always a big obstacle.
Yes,
But
Eunice,
this is a very sensitive matter. I'm not sure that we are allowed to touch this. It's just a thought.
No, that's an important thought. I think Eunice also definitely has a
You
thought on
touch
it.
it gently, so every gentle touch is
Because
allowed.
Eunice wanted to leave also, and you want to. What Vicky said is important. Any thoughts on that, Vicky? Eunice?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you again. Nice connecting with you, Vicky and Mandy again.
Nice
And
connecting with you, Eunice. We had an
yeah.
opportunity to hear your opinion, and so nice of you sharing with us everything.
Thank you. So for the last note, I just want to put it out there that as women, there's nobody stopping us from being mediators. We are powerful and we should stop limiting ourselves that is the main word. Nobody is stopping us from getting there. And what I want to see going forward, let's see more women encouraging younger women. Let's create a safe place for us. Let's see this as a networking event where women can come together. You can relate your fear, your unburden. Like we have so many things going on and you're wondering how other people doing it. So we can encourage each other and we can continue to make the world a better place, collaborating, cooperating with our men folks, raising our children to make this world a better place. And then I believe we can achieve that and we'll get there.
Yes.
We are at the best place, the safe and trustful living room of Vikram's. That's the best place to start.
Yes, an important thing, Eunice, is please bring your motherly instinct into mediations. And as a mediator, it really is going to help. Okay. Whatever other way that mediation might be developing, please let it be. Bring this, and I'm telling you, that's what we really need. Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much, Eunice, for coming in. And the next date, the next month,
I'll try to attend. I have so lots that I'm preparing for one exam like that. And I'm trying to keep up.
1 month away, Eunice. You can put us in your calendar somewhere, one slight mention. You can come in for some time, give us your thoughts, your valuable insights. We need them.
Yes, when is the next day? Let me just put it in my calendar right away.
Look, what we did was that, okay, today we are meeting on the first, or the, what is, today's the second Friday of the month. So second Friday of April.
Okay, second Friday of April
Second
will be
Friday.
12th of April.
Yeah, 12th of April, same time, 8:30 India time.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
And Eunice, we have to launch the Nigeria Mediation Circle also. We have to fix a date for that also. Right?
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 So important discussion. Yes, Mandy. And
very important and very sensitive. I mean, it's very nice to find the new Vicky, where is she?
Vicky is here. She's coming back. She's gone. Maybe she got disconnected.
This
I
is
think,
very,
oh,
very,
maybe she thought that was the end of the conversation because Eunice left. I think maybe she thought that session ended.
yes, yes,
So,
okay.
so you want to
You have
summarize?
to, you have to rest.
I have to eat my dinner. I have to eat my dinner. Just summarize for us whatever happened and then what we are looking at for the next meeting, what the concept of the Gender Equality and Equity Mediation Circle is going to be. Yes, please.
I believe we all realize that this is something we all feel uncomfortable with. Should there be a Women's Day? Should we be the same? Can we be different? Can we have roles? I mean, we are afraid to talk directly about that, and always somebody will say the opposite thing. So it is something that is sensitive, and it would be very nice to approach it and realize that it is okay to feel and do whatever we want, no matter what gender we are. It's not I mean, if there is a family that the woman has stronger the need to stay with the child, it's allowed. If the man has this, it's allowed. Everything is allowed, but it would be very nice to experience what is it to be equal. It will be very nice to find a way to experience it, because if you experience some things that are beautiful, you want them to happen. And equity, equality, and all these things, it is a beautiful thing. When people have this kind of contact, they feel so beautiful that it is a very important reason.
Yes. Perfect. So great. And it was obviously nice. But the only thing was that because it was very last minute that I thought about it. Not, I'm sure a lot of people would have wanted to come, could not come, but at least we'll send out the link, the recording.
Yes.
So that people watch it, and then we call them. We have enough advance warning for the.
It was a very busy day because everybody had events. Many of the friends I invited were having something somewhere else or something else for the Women's Day. But it would be very great to have men in this circle.
Let's see.
Also.
Let's see.
And other genders.
Oh, that too. Anyway, men are part of the other meetings also. But here, let us keep it for women to give them a space.
Okay.
Let's give them a space. And then we, of course, we meet on the 12th. And otherwise, we'll have the gathering of the Greece one. When is that coming up?
On Wednesday, 13.
13.
Wednesday.
Perfect.
Monday, the 5th.
Oh, great.
Melanie's 5th. Yes.
Yeah. Monday, yeah. No, in general, it's it's faith-based mediation circle. We need people from all faiths to come in. Only thing is, I still haven't announced it. My issue is that there's so much happening that I put everything on my website, and I expect people to just have a look there and find out. Don't wait for social media posts and all. There's not enough time which is happening for that. So that's the best place. Edutainment 2024, date-wise, everything is there. Right? So Mandy, thank you very much. And after I stop the live stream, I'll show you Kalimora's message. It was very nice message that she sent. Okay. So thank you very much, and I'll see you. Well, I'm seeing you, but let me